What's going on, you guys? It's and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing the top 10 current NBA players today. I wanted to do this because I saw ESPN's rankings. I was like, yeah, they're tripping. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 10 players coming into the 2022-2023 season. And listen, before I get into the list, it is my opinion. You guys, listen, I know you guys have different opinions than me. Just go into this video, let's not hate each other and stuff like that. Don't hate on me just because I don't have your favorite player higher on this list than others. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion. Who cares about my opinion? I'm just a regular guy, regular dude who watches basketball. That's it, okay? My opinion really doesn't mean anything. So let's just keep it civil, right? Okay, let's get into it. So at my number 10, I got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, the reason why he is in my top 10 is because he consistently, always in the playoffs, shows up. I understand that the year prior, when they got swept by the Bucks, he did not. But this season, he erased all of that. He came in, he erased the bubble allegations because everybody was like, oh, he was only good in the bubble. But then he shows up and he played amazingly in this last postseason. He was an amazing postseason. He's just an amazing postseason player in general. You got to give him a lot of credit. So that's why he's at my number 10. I do believe that I wanted to put him at number 9, higher than the dude that's at number 9, but I believe, especially since he's getting a lot older, he's going to be more on a decline than an incline. You know what I mean? He's getting a lot older. He's not getting any younger, but I still believe that he is a top 10 player in this league just because of the postseason run that he had alone, him just getting 40-point games throughout the whole playoffs. You have to put him in. He was one jump shot away from making the finals. And honestly, I don't know if they would have beat the Warriors. Now, they probably wouldn't have beat the Warriors, but still, he was one shot away from making the NBA Finals. Let's just be honest. They were one shot away. So, let's go ahead and get into number 9. Number 9 is Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum has shot up tremendously. I think last year, I had him top 15, maybe like 12 or 11. His defense has gotten so much better. Obviously, his offense has always been great. The only reason why he's probably not higher on this list is because of his finals run. His finals, the playoffs he played great, but the NBA Finals itself was not that great from him whatsoever. He was horrible in the finals. But you got to, just the growth that Jayson Tatum has had throughout the past few years. Especially defensively, he's became a two-way player in this league, and he's a very good defender. Really good. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him, he obviously, NBA first team this year was fantastic. Middle of the season, they were not even close to making the playoffs, the Boston Celtics. Then all of a sudden, they had a switch, and they became, the number 2 seed? And one of the main reasons because of Jayson Tatum. So you got to give him a lot of credit for that, and then they make the NBA Finals as well, sweeping the Brooklyn Nets, being able to surpass the Milwaukee Bucks, the defending champs, even though there was no Chris Middleton, but they were able to get past them, then also beating Miami Heat and then making it to the Finals. 2 games away from winning the championship. If Jayson Tatum would have played better, they probably would have won the chip. Let's just be honest. So, yeah, I got Jayson Tatum in my number 9. Next, number 8, I have Joel Embiid. A lot of people are like, oh, why didn't you have Joel? Joel Embiid's a top 5 player. Joel Embiid's not even the best center in the league. Let's just keep it real. He's not better than Jokic, which obviously Jokic is higher. We'll get to him in a second, okay? But Joel Embiid is a fantastic player, and I got him winning MVP next year. He's to me, gonna be the number 1 seed. The Philadelphia 76ers are gonna have the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and he's gonna win the MVP. He's probably gonna average similar stats that he did last year, and because of voters' fatigue, they're going to give it to him 100%. They're not going to give it to Jokic again. Jokic could have a fantastic season next season. I don't think they'll give it to him 3 times in a row. I think that I'm not saying it's impossible, but I really do believe that Joel Embiid has it unlocked this season. Him or Luka, to me, have it unlocked this year. So I got to give Joel Embiid his credit, even though I kind of slander him a little bit. I don't believe he's the best center in the league still. I still believe just the impact. We'll get into Jokic in a second. Well, I'll give you my reason why he's better than Embiid in a second. But Joel Embiid himself, he's a fantastic player. He's a great defender. He is a better defender than Jokic. I give him that. And yeah, what he does on the offensive floor and defensive end as well. you got to give him a lot of credit. And they can possibly win the championship, but he needs to be healthy. He needs to stay healthy throughout this next playoff run. Just because last year it really hurt him a lot. They could have possibly beat the Miami Heat if he was healthy, but that's besides the point. But yeah, he's at my number, I believe, number 7. No, not my number 8. Sorry, he's at my number 8. Luka Doncic is at my number 7. Luka, I mean, bro, what can you say? He's literally the whole Dallas Mavericks offense. That's why he's so high on this list. He literally facilitates the whole offense for the Dallas Mavericks. He beat the number 1 seed, 60-plus win Phoenix Suns team. And his playoff numbers are absolutely astronomical. He is, I mean, what else can you say? He is such a great player. He facilitates very well. I mean, even though his shooting numbers might not seem that they're great, but when it matters most, he puts the ball in the hoop. That's all it is. That's all you really have to do at the end of the day. And his numbers, I mean, overall fantastic. He's a great rebounder. He's a great facilitator. He can shoot. He puts up a lot of points on the board. What else can you say? Yes, his defense is not fantastic. It's not great at all. It's actually pretty poor, to be honest with you. But what he gives you on the offensive end is so good that, I mean, his defense. I mean, obviously defense matters, but his defense, like, I don't deter him just because of his defense. I don't knock him for his defense. His offense is just insanely great, and that's why he's at number 7. That's why I have him over Embiid. I mean, because he wins. He made it to the Western Conference Finals. He made it to the Western Conference Finals. And yes, I know they lost in I believe 5 games. But to do that, especially at the age that he's not even in his prime yet. That's the scary thing. He's not even in his prime. And now, I mean, here's the deal with Luka. He's on a team right now where it's solid, right? And it's kind of built around him, but they will never win a championship with this kind of team around him. I mean, he will have to literally put up like 40, 11, and 10 a game to be able to probably make it to the finals and win the chip. The team is not good enough for him to win the finals or go to the championship or win a championship, but he himself will make Dallas will always be a competitive team with Luka Doncic on it. So, but they have to get some other co-stars to help him, man. They need to get, like, I don't even know, get Jokic or somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got to get somebody like a really solid second star to him, even though I believe Jokic is better than him. But, like, I guess somebody next to him, and that will put him right over the hump to win a championship, in my honest opinion. So I got Luka Doncic at my number 7. At number 6, I finally have Nikola Jokic. Yes, Nikola Jokic is not my top 5 because there are players to me that, obviously are better. You know what I'm saying? But Jokic, the reason why, obviously, and another reason why is because his defense is not great either. His defense is not as bad as Luka's, don't get me wrong, but he's not I want to say he's a great defender, though. I will say he's mediocre to maybe like a little less than mediocre. Even though a lot of people he has some clutch blocks. Yeah, but Joel Embiid is definitely a plus, more of a plus on defense than Nikola Jokic, in my honest opinion. But what Nikola Jokic does on the offensive end, it's like pretty much with Luka. What he does on the offensive end and what he's able to do to a team that doesn't even really have much. I mean, bro, the Nuggets are overall on paper are kind of bad. They're not that great. Aside you got Aaron Gordon, Monte Morris is your starting point guard. Like, huh? Monte Morris is your starting point guard and you made the 6th seed in the West. That's insane. Like, that's crazy. So, you got to give him credit for that. I mean, bro, who else did they have? They have Will Barton? Like, no, bro, this is not even, bro. If you take Jokic off that team, they're the last seed in the West. It's not even close. And he's always consistent. He always shows up to play. He's not injury prone like Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has a lot of problem with injuries. And that's why we have to fault him. If Joel Embiid wasn't, he'd probably be the best center in the league if Joel Embiid wasn't. Like, Joel Embiid will be the best center in the league if he just didn't get injured so damn much. Because, I mean, when it mattered most, what happened in the playoffs? He got injured. And I understand that was on Doc Rivers because he didn't take him out of the game. When they were up by, like, 30. But still, like, you have to really, like, look and compare these two guys because one guy shows up more than the other. Joel Embiid, you know, he plays very well, but he doesn't play as many games as Jokic. Jokic, you know, aside maybe getting suspended from a game, because I remember he was it this past season that he trucked one of the Morris twins. I forgot his. It's not Marcus. It's Markieff. I think Markieff Morris. He like hit him from behind. Pause. But yeah, I mean Jokic. He's damn near top 5 for me. I was considering him putting top 5, but I believe that the next 5 players to me I think are better. In my honest opinion. So we'll get into now the top 5. And number 5, I have Kawhi Leonard. I was looking at different lists, to kind of see how I can structure my list, right? And there were so many outlets saying Kawhi Leonard, it's not even top 10. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? The last time we saw Kawhi Leonard, he was absolutely fantastic. His playoff run a few years ago, before he got injured, was absolutely fantastic. Bro, he was averaging, he was cooking Dallas. Well, Dallas almost beat him, but, bro, he was the reason why they didn't lose that damn series. He kept them alive because Paul George didn't really have a great series up until he played the Jazz in the second and then the Western Conference Finals against against the Suns, actually. Kawhi, like, if they would have had Kawhi, they would have won the championship 100%. I think they would have beat the Bucks in the finals. I really do believe that. With the way Paul George was playing, I mean, listen, I don't know how Paul George would have played in the finals, but the way he played in the Western Conference Finals, I mean, you got to give him a lot of credit for that. He showed up. And I don't know, who knows? I feel like it would have been a lot different. I think the finals, if it was the Clippers versus the Bucks, who knows what would have happened. I mean, they took the Suns to 6 games without Kawhi. Imagine adding Kawhi to that team. The best, by the way, he is the best two-way player in the league for sure, for me. Over Joel Embiid, because he can guard the perimeter obviously better than Embiid, but that's not really on the Embiid because Embiid is a center. But overall, Kawhi is a top 5 player, especially when healthy. Like, listen, whenever he shows up, and plus he's gotten so much better at scoring, it's absolutely crazy. Like, he's one of the best scorers in the league. His mid-range is deadly. He can shoot it from the 3. He can take it inside. Obviously, we don't know how. The reason why I didn't put him higher, honestly, I would have put him like top. I would have put him 4. But the problem is, we don't know how he's going to look this season. But I'm projecting he's still going to be fantastic because he's still got that mid-range game. He still can shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that will probably maybe like hinder a little bit is driving to the basket because he's not going to be as explosive. But still, at the end of the day, Kawhi, for sure, top 5 in my honest opinion. There's no, I mean, bro, the best two-way player gotta be in the top 5. And if he stays healthy throughout the whole season, and he stays healthy throughout the playoffs, I can see the Clippers win the championship this year. I could really see it. But obviously, I put him at 5. I didn't put him higher just because we don't know how exactly he's going to play. Because obviously he's coming off a pretty big injury. And let's see how he plays. But he's at my number 5. At number 4, I have Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is at my number 4 because obviously he just won the championship. He won the Finals MVP. He's the greatest shooter to ever play the game of basketball. He had an amazing Finals run. What else can we say about Steph Curry? He's a fantastic player. The best point guard in the league by far, and I don't even think it's close. Like, it's a distant number 2, by the way. Just want to let you know that. It's a distant number 2. Like, who's the second best point guard in the league? I don't even know. I guess, I don't know. I mean, Luka, do we count Luka as a point guard? If that, then it's a little, okay, it's kind of closer. But Curry, to me, I mean, he proved in this finals run that, you know, he solidified his legacy with this playoff run. To me, he solidified it this year. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he won 3 championships prior. Like, how did he solidify his legacy? But, like, let's look at the other times he won the championships. 2015, he had to go against a Cavs team that had no Kevin Love or Kyrie Irving. And they got pushed to 6 games with just LeBron and their second best player being Matthew Dellavedova. So I really, like, I don't find that championship as significant as others. Okay? We look at 2017. Yes, 2017, I felt like it was a little bit more even because, you know, you had LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin. They were all healthy, but you added Kevin Durant to a 7-3-9 team. Obviously, you guys are going to get a lot better, and obviously, you guys should win the championship, and that's what they did. And in 2018, don't let me get started. Let's be honest. That's not impressive whatsoever. It was LeBron and a bunch of bums, to be honest with you. Let's be honest. Bunch of bums except for, what, Kevin Love? J.R. Smith? Like, come on, bro. And, I mean, bro, 2018 might be worse than 2015. Actually, yeah, it's worse just because, man, that team was horrible. That 2018 team was really bad. But yeah, and then we go into 2019. We saw what happened with Curry when he didn't have, his best players on his side. They lost in 6. And obviously, I mean, you lost Klay Thompson, but Curry in that game 6 played absolutely horribly. He played terribly in that series. Okay? But then you have this year. And this year he shut everybody up. He shut me up because I was like, okay, let's see what Curry does this year. And he proved that he could win when it's even playing fields. Because I thought that Boston was a very good team, and I thought Boston could beat them. I honestly thought Boston could beat the Warriors. But they didn't. And Curry was the main reason for that. Curry had a fantastic finals run, and he has to be in everybody's top 5. If you put him top 3, you know what? I don't even mind. I don't mind that. He's for sure top 3. I don't think he's the best player in the league. But I do believe that he is for sure top 5, 100%. If you don't have Curry in your top 5, you're out of your mind. So yeah, I put Curry at my number 4. At my number 3, here's my top 3. I got Kevin Durant. Yes, I have Kevin Durant higher than Curry. I do believe Kevin Durant is a better player than Curry. Yes. I understand recency bias is like a poison to a lot of people, because now we're saying that Kevin Durant is not even a top 5 player in the league just because of what happened in the playoffs. Like, bro, listen. If they would have Ben Simmons, a lot of things would be different for the Brooklyn Nets. If things would have been different in 2021 if they would have had a healthy Kyrie and James Harden. Because James Harden was not healthy. He played injured. Let's be real. Okay? And they would have won the championship. They would have won the Brooklyn Nets would have won the championship in 2021 if Kyrie or James Harden didn't get injured. He put that team on his back and took him to 6 games, multiple games without their best players, and almost beat the Bucks. Okay, so that's just my honest opinion. I have to say, like, Kevin Durant still, like, he's to me the most talented scorer I've ever seen ever. He literally can do everything on the floor. He can post up. He can drive to the basket. He can obviously shoot the mid-range. He can shoot the 3-ball. He can shoot free throws. Literally does everything on the floor that you need him to do offensively. It is absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen an offensive talent like him. I know maybe people might have Jordan all time as a better scorer, but Jordan did not have the bag like that Kevin Durant did. Let's be honest. I'm just talking about in the sense of he don't shoot like Kevin Durant. He don't. He does not. Kevin Durant can fade it. Kevin Durant can do a hook. Kevin Durant can do literally just about everything on the offensive end. Literally everything. And I'm not saying, like, listen, Jordan probably is a more prolific scorer than Kevin Durant, obviously, but, like, I'm just saying, like, in all facets of the offensive game, Kevin Durant is fantastic. He's absolutely great. So I have to put him, I mean, obviously this year, if he didn't get injured, they would have definitely been a way much higher seed. They were like the number 1 seed until he got injured, if y'all don't remember. And obviously, the stuff happened with James Harden, and James Harden left and stuff like that, and, things like that happen. Unfortunate circumstances, in my honest opinion. Obviously, with the Kyrie Irving situation, with the vaccine mandate, you obviously had, also with James Harden leaving and now having to play with Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons couldn't play. Kevin Durant out of your top 5, I think you're out of your mind. Because I don't know it's recency bias. If you leave Kevin Durant out of your top 5, it's because of recency bias. Let's just be honest. Let's just keep it real. Because I'm telling you, coming into this year with a healthy team, with Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant as your big 3, they are going to be a crazy, crazy team. And they could win the championship with that squad right there. They could. And let's say he has a better finals run, or not finals run, but playoff run this next season. I'm going to come back to this video and be like, I told you so. I'm going to literally clip this and put it in a new video. I'm going to say, I told you so. So I put Kevin Durant at my number 3 spot, and I think he's a top 3 player in this league. At number 2, I have LeBron. Now, the LeBron disrespect is absolutely insane. To not put LeBron James in your top 5, to me, I think you have an invalid list. I really do. There's just no way. What did LeBron James do to not be in the top 5? Yeah, I know his record wasn't great, but do you see his numbers? He shot 52%, averaging 30 a game. He averaged 30 a game. But y'all say, but his record was terrible. Did you see the squad that he had to deal with? Did you see the squad that this man had to play with? When your second best player is what? I mean, I guess Russell Westbrook, because AD is never there. Anthony Davis never showed up. Anthony Davis was always injured. How the hell? And then Russell Westbrook, did you see the way Russell Westbrook played? I mean, come on, bro. Come on, dude. Like, how the hell are you supposed to win with that squad? That team was absolutely doomed. It was horrible. It's too much of an old team. It's and LeBron had to deal with that throughout the whole season. And he was putting up amazing numbers. He dropped 56 against the championship Warriors. 56 points and beat them. Like, bro, there's nobody bro, he's beating Father Time as we speak. This man is a generational talent. It will take a long time to see somebody like LeBron James play the game of basketball. Like, a talent like LeBron, we won't see anybody like LeBron for quite a long time, I believe. Because Zion, even though Zion has that potential, Zion he already has too many injuries. LeBron has never got an injury like Zion did ever in his career. Because he takes care of his body. He's a fantastic, bro. Averaged 30 points a game. Didn't have his second best player with him. And he had to deal with the cards that was dealt. At the end of the day, he had to deal with Russell Westbrook. He had to deal with the team not being good defensively whatsoever. That team defensively was absolutely awful. And watch, if they have a healthy AD this season, I'm telling you right now, the Lakers are a playoff lock 100%. They are a playoff lock with AD, 100%. The thing is, AD has to stay healthy. The AD got to at least play like 65 games this season, okay? If the AD can give you 65 games this season, I'm telling you, alongside LeBron James, because you add that 30 to whatever AD is going to average. Let's say AD averages around 25 to 27 points per game, right? With LeBron averaging, I'm guessing LeBron's numbers are going to go down to 27, 26 or something like that. But those two guys, look what happened when they were both healthy. They were the number 1 seed and won the championship. So don't count out LeBron and stop disrespecting LeBron. He is a top 5 player in this league. Stop disrespecting him. It is disrespectful to not put LeBron in your top 5. Fine, don't put him top 3. I don't care. Top 5? That's where I draw the line. You need to put him top 5. He's still one of the best players in this league. To put anybody above him, to put Curry above him, to me is disrespectful. To put Luka above him is disrespectful. Jokic above him is disrespectful, in my honest opinion. In my honest opinion. Because what LeBron has done to always stay this consistent throughout his whole career and still averaged 30 at the age of how old is he? 38? He's still the best. He's still one of the best players in the league. One of the best players in the league. But he is not the best player in the league because that is Giannis. Number 1 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, what else can I say? Giannis is the best player. What he has done throughout the offseason to work on his game is astronomically amazing. He is a fantastic player. And to me, if he continues to keep getting better every single season, I mean, the gap is going to get larger between, to me, because LeBron is the second best player. Right now, it's like Giannis right here, LeBron right here, okay? the gap could get wider if he continues to get better. And I've seen that, bro. His jump shot's looking really good. And listen, if he can all I ask for, if he averages 36% from three, 36% from three, bro, he's an MVP lock this year. He's an MVP lock this year off like 4 attempts. Let's just give him like 4 to 5 attempts, and he shoots 36% from the three-point line. Bro, I don't even think there should even be a debate who's the best player. I mean, I think everybody knows that Giannis is the best player in the league. I think the majority believe that. What he does on both sides of the ball is just... Actually, now that I think about it, is Kawhi really the best two-way player when you have Giannis? I think on ball, I think Kawhi's a better defender on ball, but off, like inside the paint, I mean, Giannis and Embiid are like the two best, the two top guys. I mean, obviously like Gobert, I guess too, but like I don't care about Gobert. I'm just talking about, we're talking about top 10 players right now. We're not talking about like what top 30 players. Like no, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's my list. Yeah, Giannis is number 1, and I think it's kind of obvious why Giannis is number 1. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, and I see you guys with another video. Peace.